Good day, I am Chris S. Alasiman. So today I will discuss about the historical development and evolution of firearms. The stages of development of man's weapon. First is stones, clubs, knives, spears, darts, slingshots to hurl objects, bows and arrows, crossbows, guns, and lastly missiles. So, in the 10th century, there is a black powder where it is originated in China, where it is being used as a fireworks or signals. Then, in the 10th and 12th century, it is where ang China kuno kay nakadevelop of ng Ho-Chang where it is the fire lance. It is a short-range photo gun. Kuno then, in the 13th century, there is a development of firearms where it is being followed by the invention of gunpowder in the Western Europe. Then, 1313, ang gunpowder kay nahimasarag propellant for a projectile. Then, in 40s, kay min-appear na ang matchlock. Then, in early 16th century, there is gonna wheel lock. Then, in early 17th century, yung flint lock. Then, sa 17th century kay yaon sa paper box pistols used ko no for kanang sa flintlock systems. Then, in 19th century, there is an assault rifle ko no during World War II. So, let's proceed. What is firearm? So, firearm ko no is an instrument used for the propulsion of projectile by the means ko no of the expansive force gases coming from burning powder. So, let's proceed to firearm. Ang firearm kuno ka is an instrument used for the propulsion of projectile by means kuno of the expansive force gases coming from the burning gunpowder. So, let's proceed sa major components of firearms. First, kay ang frame. It is kuno the metal of the handgun which holds all other parts of the other parts kuno sa gun. Then, next is the grip. It is the part kuno of the pistol that the shooter holds. I mean, yung hawida ng shooter. Then, trigger guard, a protective loop kuno. I mean, kanang itong nagasurrounds sa trigger to prevent the trigger from being accidentally pulled. Then, magazine release, aman yang aman ng button or other mechanisms of semi-auto pistol which allows kuno the operator to remove the magazine. Next kay ang barrel. Barrel kuno aman yang the tube the bullet passes through during ignition. Aman yang ang barrel kuno amon kanong where ang bullet muagi. Then, ang bore, kaman yung interior surface of the barrel. Then, ang rifling, kaman itong yaoy, lance and grooves, which rotate the barrel to grant it gyroscopic stability and better accuracy. Then, muzzle, aman na ang front part of ng barrel where the bullets exit sa barrel. Aman ito, yung pinaka basta man yung exit point ng bullet. Then, chamber, I mean, cavity at the back end of the barrel where cartridge inserts prior to ignition. Next is slide. Ang slide ko naman yung upper part of a pistol which reciprocates ko na with recoil to permit ko na ng semi-automatic fire. Trigger, it is ko na the metal which forces kuno the action to ignite the chambered cartridge when squeezed. Aman na itong para mo butugan. Then, trigger bar, it is kuno a piece of metal which deactivates the handgun's internal safety mechanism when the trigger is pulled. Then, ang sa recoil spring kuno, as it is kuno a spring which compresses as the slide moves backward to absorb some recoil energy before it can reach the shooter hands. Then, guide rod amoy nang prevents kunos ng recoil spring from binding up under recoil. Then, ang firing pin, also known as the striker. Firing pin spring, amoy na itong returns the firing pin to its ready state following ignition, and also averts an accidental discharge in the event the pistol is dropped or otherwise violated during. Let's proceed sa extractor. Amoy nitong it is the component which removes spent cases from the chamber in order to make way for new cartridges. Amo itong gawa sana ng cases gani nagikan sa cartridge. Then, sear, amo ng part of the trigger mechanism which hold kuno sa striker, bolt or hammer back until the shooter has sufficiently squeezed kuno the trigger. Then, proceed sa hammer. Amo itong it is part of the handgun which strikes. Then, spring cap, amoy nito mag-protects the firing pin channel primarily by allowing water to flow around the firing pin when the handgun has recently become wet. Then, safety, amoy nitong any mechanism which when engaged makes the handgun inoperable, dili gamit. Then, we have also decocker, also known as the manual decocking lever. Then, locking block, also known as the striking block. So, let's proceed sa rules on gun safety. First, treat all guns as if they are loaded. So, always remember na, I always nimo i-think na dapat loaded ang gun even if wala, base may nabilin pa. Then, and second, never let the muzzle cover anything that you are not willing to destroy. So, dili na ka pwede mag-point ng imuhang firearm. Biskandiliyahan imuhang gi-aim na i-destroy that. And third, keep your finger off the trigger until your sights are on target and you have made the decision to shoot. So, amin itong, dili mo pwede ikuan ang imuhang kamot basin pull nimo o ma-squeeze nimo, then lahi din na igo. Then number 4 be sure of your target and what lies beyond it. So like be sure kung unsa gyud imong target. That's all. Thank you.